Alright everybody, welcome back to another unboxing. This time, quite a special one. We have over here, as far as I know, to my knowledge, the only 3 existing Ghost in the Shell video games, at least full-fledged video games. I don't know about Gacha or Pachinko or appearances here and there. But yeah, I have played one of them on my channel recently, and that is this one, Ghost in the Shell. By the way, absolutely beautiful cover. Ghost in the Shell PSX, or just Ghost in the Shell, the first one that came out in 1997. And the other ones are the PlayStation 2 game, Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex, and the PSP version of it, which I haven't played yet, so I don't know how many differences, or even if there is a big difference between these two, but these two are supposed to be the same game. But you know how it was back in the day. I just noticed this one has Zero 12 and this one has Zero 15, so I think there actually is a difference between them, since they have different age ratings. Anyway, let's just get into it. We're gonna be starting off here with the PSX/PS1 game, which I absolutely adore, the cover art and the game. The game is pretty nice, it still holds up today, it's pretty fun, but it has some problems, I'll just say that. So here we have the front cover with the jewel case of the PlayStation 1, very glossy, very nice cover art. This is all of them are the Japanese version. Ghost in the Shell攻殻機動隊. There you go. So this is the front. I can't get enough of it, but we have to move on eventually. This is the spine. It just says 攻殻機動隊 here, which is the Japanese title of Ghost in the Shell. The back, Ghost in the Shell again, and I will put a picture on the screen right now with the translation of the back. Some screenshots from the game, as we can see here. Unassault. Oh, that's the name of the mission. Unassault, Firecracker, Chase. The chase missions are bad, I'm sorry to tell you. Yeah, it says Sraido here, then a bunch of kanji, then jump. You can slide and jump in the game. For Japan only, about that. Single player and memory card, 1 to 3 blocks. For the PlayStation 1 memory card. Fun fact, I did not have one and I forgot you need one. You can't use a PS2, I played it on a PS2. You can't use a PS2 card to save game, so I ended up completing the game in one sitting, which is fine because it's not a huge game. It took me about 5 hours with the retries. So opening up the jewel case here, we have the Fuchikoma, not the Tachikoma, the cute red ones that seem like a combination between spiders and ladybugs maybe. The disc over here, NTSC-J, it's CD actually, not a DVD. And the beautiful art style, I absolutely adore it. Shiro Masamune's art style. For the manual here, which is quite lengthy and thick. As you can see, this is some, legal stuff. Let's go ahead and open it up. We got a little bit of a introduction here, the contents, the prologue, and more about the story of the game. I will have a translation on the screen for you in editing. And there we go, the menus. I'm gonna cycle through them. You can feel free to pause and take a look if you want. I don't know if I'll have the translation for all of them. Here we have the soundtrack. Okay, we'll take a look at that in a second. It was like a pamphlet advertising probably the CD with the soundtrack on it. Memory card. Controller inputs. And everything. Chapter 3. How to play the game. Actions of the Fuchikoma, what you can do. This would have been pretty useful to read before I played the game, because I didn't know you could, for the first level, I didn't know you could hold the shoot button to do missiles, lock on missiles. I thought all you could do is use the machine gun. Tells you about the radar and the bars on the radar. Mission 3 to 6. Oh, it tells you a little bit about each mission, I guess, or their names. There's 12 missions in total. And chapter 4 tells you a little bit about each enemy type, the Fuchikomas, the human types, the Arachne. That means arachnid, the spiders probably. The Mass 1, Radar Fair, the Celeste 2, KTL 2, Espadon, and credits and staff. And that's the manual. Absolutely gorgeous concept art. Ghost in the Shell playing manual. Now let's take a look at this. What is this? This over here is about what exactly? Tells you the price as well in yen. I guess it's the soundtrack. You can buy it separately. Yeah, there you go. Dummy jacket version 1, version 2. All right. So that's pretty much it for the first entry in the trilogy. It's not really a trilogy, but yeah. I'll pop out the disc so you can take a closer look, but I mean, the back has nothing special. It's just the well, actually it is compared to today because it is black, unlike what games are today, which is just glossy, silver-ish pearl. Okay, now let's move on to the second one. The PlayStation 2 game, Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex. This is the front cover. The spine just says攻殻機動隊 Standalone Complex PlayStation 2. There's your serial or tracking number, whatever it's called. Here's the back. I'll have a translated version up on the screen right now. There you go. For Japan only. And let's go ahead and open it up. Very nice art style here of the major to the right. Let's go ahead. There's actually some screenshots. Let me zoom in on them. From the game, this one, I like the first one, which is basically you and the Fuchikoma. You're playing as like a rookie that has no name and no face. And you're just using the tank. This one you actually have third person on foot controls, and it's a shooter, and it also has melee fighting elements. The DVD disc is very nice, standalone complex, red on silver with the pattern swirling around like the digital pattern. Here we have the major Kusanagi Motoko upside down, probably mid somersault as she does. And here's the manual. Contents tell you a little bit about the characters. There are the PS2 models. Controls, startup, save, load. Actions you can take and do with screenshots for reference. Quite a bunch. This one is quite a bit more complex because of the hardware upgrade. I can't wait to play it. Investigation. Whoa, you can set up crime scenes maybe and investigate. Options. You can do monitor tuning. Weapons and item. There's quite a few weapons. There's a light machine gun, it looks like, and a sniper rifle you can use. Grenades. 8 items, a knife. There's also multiplayer. God damn. And credits at the end, as usual. Staff list and some minor instructions here. So there's the manual. And we'll take a look at the disc right now as well. There we go. Here it is. all nice and shiny. The back is nothing special. And that's the second game. Okay, now let's move on to the final one, which to my understanding is just a PSP version with I don't know how many changes of the previous game. So here we have the PSP cases, nice and compact. I like their shape. A standalone complex, and then we have a subtitle underneath that, which I will translate in post. And on the back here, again, we have a bunch of screenshots. It looks like the UI is slightly different, so it actually may be a different game altogether. Let's see, I can actually read what this says. PSP PlayStation Portable で攻殻機動隊ワールドへdive. So dive into a Ghost in the Shell PlayStation Portable world is what it says above. And then we have a tachikoma and a bunch of screenshots and more info. Okay, let's go ahead and actually no, I forgot to show you the spine. The spine is also really nice. It has a tachikoma at the bottom. Remember the UMD discs when those were a thing? Yeah, not exactly the most reliable, but I mean, it was a portable console that played actual spinning discs, and to this day I don't know of a single one that can do that. Isn't that awesome? So here's the manual, front and back. It is shaped vertically, just like the box. And here we have a beautiful art style of the cast and the crew. The Major, Bato, Aramaki, and the other guys. Tokusa over here. And Saito in the back, and the Tachikoma. Okay. Let's go ahead and cycle through the pages. We have over here at the bottom Tachikoma icons. So you can, I guess, control them, tell them where to go. So this really is a different game, huh? I thought it was just the PS2 version of that. But no, it is actually an entirely different game. It makes sense why they have a different rating. Okay. Action. It looks like this one is first person, which is interesting. Multiplay. You can do probably local co-op multiplay. Here we have the weapons, and this time it looks like it's the actual in-game rendering of the weapons, not just the icon. Assault rifles, pistols, grenade launchers, snipers, LMGs, the works, and even more actually. These are the Tachikoma parts. Interesting. And over here we have advice, so hints and tips and tricks. And finally, the last page, staff and credit. So that's the manual for the PSP game. Now we'll take a look at the UMD real quick. Here it is. The UMD has a bunch of blue Tachikomas on it. I'll even pull it out to give you a better look if you want. There it is. There it is. Actually, it is, I think it's supposed to be facing this way. There you go. That's it. The Ghost in the Shell unofficial trilogy. I say unofficial because they're not like in the same, well, they're in the same universe, but they're not in the same timeline, I guess. So there we have it. I hope you guys and gals enjoyed. I really love the art style and this franchise, and it's one of my favorite anime, and I can't wait to play them for you on the channel, so I'll see you there whenever I get to it. And yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and whoever you are, wherever you are, I wish you a nice, happy, and productive, and healthy day and or night, and I'll see you guys and gals in the next one. Take care, everyone. Peace and bye.